If you ever wondered how pass holders go to Disney multiple times per week without getting bored, then just keep watching to find out. Disney is constantly updating the parks, so something new that we saw was the Villains show at Hollywood Studios. There was definitely quite the crowd waiting to go inside, but once we got out of the heat, I really enjoyed the set. I kind of like the idea of all the frames. If you're going to use screens, at least incorporate it in a way that makes sense, so I like the idea with the frames. The smoke effect in the screens was really cool because they had actual fog too, so I couldn't really tell what was real and what was fake as far as the fog went, so I really like stuff like that. But the first villain that came out was Cruella, and I was so into it because she did multiple costume changes, and I love that shit. You gotta love a good reveal. And the way they showed her outfit on the screen, and you're like, is she gonna change into that? And then she does. It's pretty cool. I liked Cruella a lot in this. Then came Captain Hook, who was an absolute goofball. I just remember him like doing a little jig across the stage, and then the TikTok croc came out and he was screaming and running away from him. I have a feeling if the real Captain Hook saw this performance, he'd think it was a mockery. I thought it was pretty entertaining, but I don't think he would appreciate his portrayal. And the last villain was Maleficent, but I really don't think she had that many memorable moments from her scene. She was just doing a lot of walking around. And then at the end, I love how you vote for which villain you think is the most misunderstood. And of course Maleficent won because she's badass, everyone loves her. I was low-key rooting for the other two though because I enjoyed their performances more. I thought they were more entertaining. But Maleficent won, and I don't really know exactly what happened after that. I can't remember a lot of this, which, yeah, I mean, it was nice to be there, really entertaining in the moment, kind of forgettable, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping Maleficent would turn into the dragon and we would get like a giant dragon puppet, kind of like the untrainable dragon at Universal Studios, but I'm not here to compare. I'm just gonna skedaddle along with this. Speaking of Hollywood Studios, we also checked out Animation Courtyard before it went away. We've never been inside the Star Wars launch bay because we thought it was just meet and greets for characters, but we found out that there's like a museum aspect to it and you could just walk through and see all these different things. So it was really fun, and we did actually end up meeting Darth Vader and I was so nervous for some reason. I was shaking like a chihuahua, and then he goes, "You exhibit symptoms of anxiety." I'm like, yeah, I do. Thanks. That was really fun. I'll never forget that, honestly. We also got our photo in front of the little bar with the blue milk. I don't know. It's cute though. The security guard convinced us to do it. Another update within the parks, there is a new building in Tomorrowland. Big news. I love Tomorrowland so much, and I'm actually a little sad but also excited because they took out the quote-unquote Flight of the Navigator ship. I know it's debated whether or not this is the actual prop turned into a red ship for this cool ship on top of this, what was the old building, but they took it away. And Pee-wee voiced that ship for the movie originally, so I liked that a lot, and I would say Pee-wee, you know, every time we pass it, but that's okay. There's plenty of other Pee-wee representation in the parks, especially Hollywood Studios, so I've always got his handprints and stuff over there to look at, which is something that you can't top. Well, I mean, if they ended up doing the Pee-wee show that was originally supposed to be in Hollywood Studios or MGM Studios back in the day, that would probably top it. But other than that, you can't top it. But anyway, this new building looks amazing, despite me being sad about the ship being gone. I kind of wish they would... Sorry, I'm back on the ship now. I wish they would put the ship where that UFO that's missing the dome on top is. Like, they need to fix it. Or just replace it with this other beautiful ship that they already have. I wonder where it is right now. Sorry, okay, I'm gonna actually move on this time. The new building looks amazing. It's retro future, it's googie, it's beautiful, it matches Joffrey's amazingly, and I love the Joffrey's building so much. The oval-shaped signage goes along with Joffrey's sign and the Lafleur sign really well. I really love all of the updates they're doing to Tomorrowland recently. Let's tackle that stage next, am I right? That stage needs help, especially the music that they're playing recently. Like, we got one Tomorrowland themed song kinda, on that stage, which was the Year 3000 by the Jonas Brothers. I loved that. But everything else is just like top 40s from the radio when I was in elementary school. And it's so loud you can hear it from the inside of the Carousel of Progress. I'm hating. I'm being a hater. I'm hating a lot. But you know what I do love is that they're going to update the Carousel of Progress to have the Walt Disney animatronic in there. I know his family does not really want that. They said, please don't turn Grandpa into a robot. That is the quote of the century. Honestly, that is insane. That this is the future we live in right now. But I am excited to see it. I think it's really cool. And I'm also really excited to see them update the final scene because it is getting outdated. I will miss Jimmy saying, blast them with your laser blaster. But my boyfriend and I keep that quote alive every day, so it'll be alright. I celebrated my birthday in August at Walt Disney World with my boyfriend Jaden, and we went to 3 parks, all of them except for Hollywood Studios. We started the day out right at Magic Kingdom, got some Halloween, fall vibes. Then we park hopped over to Animal Kingdom, and we had a reservation at Yak and Yeti, and it was delicious. They had pot stickers. I got a Dragon Bowl, which had tuna, salmon, and crab and deliciousness. They also gave me a free ice cream sandwich because it was my birthday, so that was so sweet of them. We saw this tortoise eating this plant. We didn't even know there were tortoises over here in this area. It was so cute. Also got my picture with Bruce, the shark catfish. I love him so much. Then we park hopped over to Epcot, where I got my picture with T-Boz. Yes, update. Her name is not Big Boss. Her name is T-Boz, like the TLC member. There were 2 other fish that were the same species as her in this tank, and they were named after the other 2 members from TLC, but they have since passed away, and she's the only living member of TLC left. So she's T-Boz, not Big Boss. I will still probably call her Big Boss on accident sometimes. But yeah, I got my picture with her. I love her so much. Overall, it was a really nice day. And Jaden's birthday was in September, and we also celebrated his birthday at Disney World. He got this Lapu Lapu drink from the Polynesian, and it comes in a pineapple with umbrellas and cherries and all that. It's like the ultimate vacation vibe. We went from the resorts to Epcot, where Jaden got his pic with the man himself, Walt Disney. We also came across these little hidden Mickey and Minnie leaf piles that the custodians had made. And for Jaden's birthday, we had a reservation at the Sauna and Hell restaurant, which is in the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot. And it has this indoor-outdoor nighttime vibe, and you have a great view of the Grand Fiesta Tour boat ride with the temple right there. And the waiter gave him a birthday card from Donald Duck, signed by him and everything, which was so nice. I didn't even know they do that. That's such a cool keepsake. We're gonna have that forever. And then the next day we went right back to the Polynesian and we ate at Kona Cafe for lunch. It was so delicious. We had pot stickers and bao buns and stir fry and watermelon lemonade. It was everything you could ask for. And Jaden got another Lapu Lapu and a pineapple, of course. We got all the relaxing tropical vibes at the Polynesian on the beach, and then we went to Magic Kingdom, and it was a Halloween party day, so it closed early, but we got so lucky with the wait times because of that. Space Mountain was completely empty. It was literally a walk-on. And then the next day after that, we went to Animal Kingdom, and it was completely empty too on a Monday. There was like nobody there at like 11 to 12 is when we arrived. It was almost like it was COVID again. We rode Dinosaur, of course, because that's going to be going away soon. We also did the safari ride, and it was perfect timing because it started to rain, so all of the animals were coming out and enjoying the rain. And I brought Lammy, my little plush that I've had since I was really little. I had another Lammy, and I brought him on the safari ride when I was like maybe 4 to 6 years old. I don't remember exactly how old. I was on the safari ride and I left him there on accident, and I lost him forever on the safari ride. So my parents got me another one, the exact same Lammy. Like right after that happened, we went back to Target and got him. And he was from like the Bullseye playground thing. Like when you squeeze him, he like makes a lamb noise, but he doesn't do that anymore, which is kind of sad. but I bring him to Disney now once again because he fits in my purse. So actually this version of Lammy had never been to Disney until my adulthood, and I brought him on the safari ride, and it was very healing. He was able to see all of the animals with me, and I've been bringing him to the other parks too. He's been to all of them so far, but I forgot to get his picture with the Chinese theater, so I still need to do that. He's also been on a boat ride, he's been to the lodge, he's been to the Contemporary, he's been on Space Mountain, he's done it all. Lammy was actually there at the lodge when Jaden and I came across a catfish that had come from the sky. There was a catfish on the road. Okay, let me start over. Jaden and I were just walking at the Wilderness Lodge, and the sidewalk had turned into a road, but it was like not a road anymore, but they hadn't really converted it into a sidewalk. It was weird. We're looking at the map for a while, and then we turn around and there had been a catfish on the road right behind us, and he was still kind of wet, so I poured my water on him to see, and he was alive. He wiggled. So Jaden took our cups and rinsed them out and got the catfish up into the cups and released him into the nearest body of water where he probably came from. I hope this is where he came from. There's a lot of foliage in there for him to hide in, which I know catfish like to be kind of hidden down in there. So I hope it was a good spot for him. Hopefully he won't get snatched up by a bird again. I can't believe he survived that fall because it looked like he fell through the tree above us, and it was a pretty tall flippin' pine tree. That was one of the craziest Disney experiences we've ever had or could ever possibly have in the future. It literally feels like a fever dream. Like, that can't be real, but no, it was. It also feels like a dream to me thinking about all the different foods I've tried lately. We had a s'mores cup from the Harbor House that has these little ghosts on top. We went to the Territory Lounge at the Wilderness Lodge and tried the popcorn sampler. Oh my god, they were so good. We also went to Crockett's Tavern at Fort Wilderness Campgrounds, and Jaden got some drinks. We still gotta try out the food there. I'd love to go back. We had a date at Steakhouse 71. The steak was delicious. I dressed up in my little retro mod dress and thought it fit the contemporary vibe pretty well, and I got some pictures of all the concept art that they have on the walls over there. I tried the sparkling lemonade from the cake bake shop with my friend Jade, and they also have so much sparkly food in there, like macarons and cake, if you could imagine. But the lemonade was delicious. It's so refreshing. I would love to have that again. I also tried some tiki masala from the Rosen Crown in Epcot when we went with my mom, and it was so good as well. And then we went to Hollywood Studios to see Fantasmic because she had never seen it before, and she ended up loving it. I'm so glad she liked it. It's my favorite show at Disney. It's amazing. It's got every element you could ever ask for. And they had the crowd doing the wave, which is a classic. And now it's time for me to wave you goodbye. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. If you made it this far, go ahead and comment your favorite Disney park. Which one is your favorite? I would have to say Magic Kingdom. I'm a Florida girl, so, you know, I know the Disneyland people like to crap on our Magic Kingdom, but that's all I got. I gotta stay loyal to it. It's got the people mover. You know, no offense to y'all Disneyland folk, that's not a jab. That's just, I love the people mover so much. So yeah, can't get enough of that people mover. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace and love.